if somebody really wants to know, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to know my talents, my gifting, like what I should really nurture and grow and share. Ask 5 people around you. And just ask the people closest to you and go, hey, and just say, hey, this coach told me this. Like, blame us. Say, because like sometimes people are afraid to ask, hey, do you mind telling me? Just say, hey, I got to sign this thing. I love telling people to make me the bad guy. Say, my coach Trish made me ask this, but do you mind telling me? I'm supposed to ask 5 people what are the 5 strengths or unique talents that you see in me that you think are different than other people? Or what is it about me that stands out to you? Because that could be an embarrassing question for somebody, depending on your personality. But if you go, oh, this coach told me to ask this, it's an assignment I'm doing. Now you're going to have a lot more courage to go do it. And you get that feedback, because I think a lot of people are surprised by what other people see in them.
So how do we balance these things with like not making them achievement or things outside of us that we might be good at? Because like I can answer that question right now. I know I can write. I have a gift for writing that other people can't, and obviously it's part of my job and it's what I've done my whole life. So it's like, I can say that, but now I'm thinking about it and it's not a question so much as now it's like, how do I make that not an achievement? Because who am I versus who am I? What are my achievements and what am I able to achieve? Right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's look at the gift of writing. And because I love that you told me about the French. I think you have a gift of writing, but I think more than that, you have a gift with words. You pursued French because you were interested in words. And if you have a gift of words, you're interested in what is it that resonates with somebody and how people communicate. So your gifting is an interest in human communication and human connection. And in coaching and in podcasting, your gifting is words and speaking. And so speaking verbally, speaking written. So I would say your true gifting is words and a curiosity for what will compel someone or persuade them in an effective, positive way. And that might be in a marketing campaign. It might be in the concepts that we're talking about today. But that to me is the gift.
So it's looking at It's looking at because I've heard it described as, I think Steve Harvey said it, you're either are selling something or you're providing a service. I'm totally butchering it, but essentially that we are all given gifts. Find what comes naturally and easy to you. That is going to show you where your gift is. So in my mind, I'm going, okay, my gift is writing because that's almost like a commodity, but then we need to just take it that step deeper and be like, okay, writing is the commodity, is achievement. But what's really behind that is the communication.
It's one, and because I share a passion for words, communication, linguistics. I mean, as a kid, I always thought, I was like, why am I the kid reading the dictionary? Like, I just love words. Like, I love definitions, right? And like, my life changed because I was reading a dictionary in France. But like, you know what the thing is though now, like what I do in my coaching practice, and I've been coaching for 12 years, I specialize in helping people change the language of their brain. If I could have answered that when my mom said, so you're majoring in French, I would have loved to be like, well, actually I'm going to specialize in a really wonderful career that's going to help people change their internal language. It would make sense. But sometimes we have to follow the gifting, which sometimes you don't know if it's a gift, but if it's a passion, as you said, if it comes easy to you, chances are that's where your gifting lies. And I think that's the other thing. We put so much pressure. I got to figure out what my gift is. What if it's an adventure? I don't know if you're familiar with the author Bob Goff, but he's this whimsical writer about just making life an adventure. And I always think, when I think of him, like, he's a guy who, like, I mean, one time, and he's in his 70s now, he tells a story in one of his books about how he was new to the neighborhood. So like for New Year's Day, he was like, we're going to throw, and he had kids at the time, but he's like, we're going to throw a New Year's parade. And he went and got like 500 helium balloons and walked down the street holding them. Like, that's not my personality, but I like it. Like, I'm in for it. I want to be your neighbor. But I also like the whimsical approach. And I think if we go, why am I so into words? Or why am I so into art? And just without putting pressure on it, go, all right, I'm in for the adventure. Let's take a little whimsical adventure into just pursuing this passion, see what comes of it. And if that's the journey, it's going to be a lot more fun and way less anxiety evoking of like, I have to figure my purpose out.
Yes.
That's the pressure. It's the American pressure, do it quick, versus the European, like, let's just let it flow,
I mean, I have this whole vision as you're talking of Alice in Wonderland, like going down, like let yourself go down that rabbit hole and see what comes up. Yes. How much more fun. And that's exactly what we're talking about, going to that joie de vivre, go into the joy of life. It's so much joyful, as opposed to there being a right answer or a wrong answer. We have to figure out what our gifts are so that we can provide that service and impact the world. Let's do it because we enjoy it.
Yeah.